so that we have the session for reference. So what are we discussing today? I would like this session to be more of a hand-on, but let me just quickly explain what we are going to discuss. So we are going to discuss feature flags and Datadog. It is Lunchdarkly feature flagging and Datadog for monitoring. Okay, they are related, and I will explain why they are related, and how I personally used them in the past, and how they usually used together, and how do we do the setups for both of them, and how it's going to impact us. Okay. So I prepare a simple documentation. I will share this simple documentation after. This documentation is about setting up both of them. Okay, we'll go through the setup in this session as well, how we can do the setup, and we will see it working live. It doesn't have much details. Me personally, I don't like to add a lot of wording, so you'll find more of screenshots, videos, coding. This is the things which make people fast. I am sure if you check any documentation, then you have a lot of wording, then you start complaining like, that's a lot of talk. Why should I go through all of that? So I'm trying to keep it simple. I don't like to write too much wording. So you'll find it's very simple. Just follow the steps to be able to get started. This is one thing I would like to share. I'm going to share after the meeting with the invitation list on the email also for both the recording and those documentation if someone would like to get back to them. So what are we going to do in this session? We will actually do the setup. Okay, I started here a new project. It's Angular project. Okay. And then we will just do the setup together, and then I will try to show how we can apply that in our project, how it will affect our project. So first, we will start with the feature flagging side. Okay, what is a feature flag? It's feature flag is simply it's a switch. Okay, so if I have a new delivery, let's say we are delivering a new screen. Okay, so I will do the following. Usually I will do the following. I'll come here, then I go to apps, then I have here this page, and then I'll start div, and then we will start to see H1, H1, and then we say this is new feature. Okay, so that's what I will do to start a new feature. This is a new feature. Then we start to say we will have, let's say, span, then feature one. Okay, so you have a new screen, and that's what you will do. Then what usually happen when we are done with this feature, we push it to Git, and then we do a review. Okay, so I usually we will usually have a Git. Let me go to GitHub very quickly. We can create a new repo, then we do it testing. Okay, it will be public, then we can create the new repo. Okay, so and very basic setup, we will do usually how to initiate the Git. You do git initiate, let's copy this, and then we do a git add, and then git commit, first commit, and then git first commit, and then we have a git main branch, and then git remote, and then we add the origin, then we do a git push. Okay, that's all. So now we have pushed the new feature. Okay, oh why it's not pushing? Git push, sorry, git main origin push. Okay, that's weird, it's not pushing. So, okay, it's over there. I'm sorry, I prepared the repo, but I forgot. Okay, this is the repo, our repo. Okay, then we have pushed UBR, then we will have to push. This is just to initiate the repo. So we will new make push for all in repo. Okay, and we push the repo. So what I'm just trying to do a very simple setup so that we can see how it works. Okay, it's not just about reading the doc, but more of this. I'm sorry, the IDE need to make analysis. I don't want to waste time doing this analysis. Then I will push all the repo, all the files, everything to our remote. Okay, so now we have now all our files on the remote repo. Okay, that's what we will do. Okay, that's the initial feature. Now I want to create a new feature. Let's say I have new changes, so I do a new branch, and then this and say new feature. Then we do creation. Then we change that. We add Spain, and then new feature. Okay. So what we usually do is we do a commit with a new feature. Then we do a push. Okay, so we have a branch, and then we compare, and then we do this. Sorry, this is new feature. And we create a BR. Okay. Now we have created the BR, and we're supposed to merge it with master. So in this simple situation, it doesn't matter if we merge it to master, and then we want now to deploy to production. Okay, doesn't matter. Why? Because it's only one BR. But imagine if we have 2, 3 BRs. So if we have get fetch, and then we have get check out origin slash master dash b master. So we have to reset now. We do reset hard. Okay, get bull. Now we have one feature only, which is very simple case, and we can just pull the code from master and then deploy it to production. But if I do the following, if I create new BR, let's say test one, test feature one, and then we create a BR, and then we say this is new feature one, okay? And then we have to commit and feature one, and we push the commit. Okay, so we have one BR now. That's one BR, and then another BR have been created. Get fetch to get all. That's another new feature. Get checkout origin slash master dash b master. Okay, now we are in master. And then, oh, sorry, it should be main, not master. I'm sorry, just out of habit, main. Git reset dash dash hard, git bool, just to clean up your environment. And then we do a new feature. That is new feature 2. Okay, so now we have 2 BRs. And now the problems will start to take place. Okay, why? Because when we have a new BR, what's going to happen? If we, sorry, another BR, we create a new BR. Oh, sorry, I created a new BR on main, did a mistake. Let's say this feature 3. I'm sorry, it's my bad. we have to new branch, test feature 3, then we create the new branch, then we commit the new branch, and then feature 3, and we push it. Okay. So now we have 2 branches, right? Or 2 BRs, sorry, not 2 branches. 2 branches with 2 BRs. This is a very usual situation. We have feature 3, okay, and then we have feature 1. And already we have one feature 2 is already merged, okay? Okay, at this time of point, with this setup, we want to go production. We want to go live. So if I want to pick the feature 3 and take it to production, okay, then I will have to merge it with master. And if I don't want feature 2, like right now we have 3 features. We have feature 1, okay, and which have a BR, and then we have feature 2, which is on master, on main, on master. Feature 3, we have a BR. Okay, so the issues start if we have to pick some of those BRs, like the BR for on main is already ready for going is not ready to go to production, and we want to merge feature 3 and take it to production. This is ready. This is not ready, and this is ready. Okay, so we want to pick the ready state, and this one is not ready, but it's merged on main. So we don't want to pick it with us. And we want to go live now. We want to deliver to broad. So what should we do? Does anyone have an answer for that? Right now, what we are doing is simply we just cherry pick maybe this BR. I'm not sure about your modules, but that's what I saw in most. We cherry pick these changes, okay, and push them to main, and then we have right now 3 branches. So usually we pick those branches to broad. Those features broad using cherry pick, or we mess up the state. Like let's take a real example and see how the history is messed up. So if we go to one of our repos, let's say, what do we have? Chaos. Oh no, this is a prototype. Can someone give me a repo name? Any repo name? Hello. You guys still alive?
Not dispatch.
Muhammad.
Driver. Yes.
Yeah, you can use auth service or driver service. Yeah, that's fine.
Driver service. Yeah, because they are all have the same situation where we have a bit of a mess. So right now, I am sure we have the same situation here. Right now, if we check out this repo, I think I have it on my local, if I'm not wrong. Driver service. Okay. If we check out the driver service, so let's go to projects, and then we have many, then we have kiosk, and then we have the driver BWA. Okay. Then we have a new window. So now, if you check the history for this repo on the let's say, okay, let me check out checkout origin / prod. Pitbull. So we have here, this is broad. This is history in those solutions that like we merge directly to broad or we cherry pick or so, the history is not the same. Okay, that's a huge problem. The history, if you check here the history, this is the history for production. It's not the same code we have, let's say, on dev. Okay, so if we open dev, you will find that it's not the same history. Like the last commit was from Christine, okay, and it was a merge request. But in production, it's different. It's a different code base. Okay, the history is not the same. So Christine opened another BR, okay, to merge to broad, the same feature. Okay, so if you go on the other BRs, you find a different code base. The code start slowly.
Mohammed, I think we're starting to lose you a little bit. Is everyone else still able
They
to
are
hear you
not
fine?
merged in other environments.
Yeah, it's breaking up on my side as well.
Yeah, okay, let me have other minute, just 1 minute. Hello. Oh, sorry, I'm back online. I'm sorry. Can you guys hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yep.
Yeah. So I was just explaining that with the approach that we merge in directly to broad, we have different history than we have on develop. Okay, what does this mean? It means that there are multiple issues here. For example, what we are testing on develop, okay, it's not what we are testing in production because they are different history. So if we compare branches with origin/develop, you will see that there are differences. Okay, there are differences. If this repo doesn't have huge differences, but like those differences could cause issues. Okay, that means we are testing against something which is not actually what we have in production. So just to get rid of that problem so that we have the same history across all the environment in develop, in UAT, and in QA. This problem was obviously like it was very clear on the dispatch service. We spent months fixing this problem. Okay, so to be able to deliver to broad with confidence, and we have the same code base, okay, on all the environments, okay, and the main issue stopping us from that is this not ready, okay. So if we have all the features ready, we can basically move from main to production. Nothing will stop us, okay. But the main problem stop us from doing that is the feature which is not ready. We cannot push the not ready feature to production directly. Okay, that's the main stopper, the main problem we have. Okay, so what should we do about that? How we can solve this issue? Okay, so that we can always be able at any point of time to push from develop branch, whatever the name is, production, whatever the develop branch name, maybe develop, whatever, to production directly, with nothing stopping us. So we can be very quickly push. We always in a situation state that, okay, if a feature is done, like if the feature 3 is ready, and then we move it to QA, and the QA say, okay, it is done, we can just push it to production directly. We don't have even to wait for other features to develop. Okay, this is where the value for the feature flag came. So I'll show you how. So right now, with the current setup, we are not ready to production, but I'll do the following just for a sake of demonstrating. So let's assume that we are having ready. This is all the branch, the main branch, all the features on the main branch are already, they are ready now. And now for feature 1, I have a BR, but it is not completed yet. Okay, it's not completed yet. For feature 3, it is ready. Okay, so I will do the following. Let me do the following. Let me just clear that. Then we check out feature. We check out from the repo. So feature 1. Okay, we will check out feature 1 first. I just want to pick. This is a feature 1 branch. Then we go here. Get check out origin / test branch. This one. Oh, sorry, I have to reset because I had uncommitted changes. Then we can check out. Then we can get bool to get the updates. Okay, so now I am in feature 1. Okay, so I'm just want to reload. And then we rebase with origin / main. Okay. And then accept yours when you're rebasing so that we can merge both. Now, after we rebase, we will do the following. To do that, we use LaunchDarkly. Okay, LaunchDarkly. So how do we set up LaunchDarkly? I will go through the documentation. We have to set up LaunchDarkly. So where is the LaunchDarkly? That's LaunchDarkly. Okay, you will find the setup for a feature flag. I will go through it very quickly. So right now we create a new feature flag. It's our feature flags, and then we have, where is the feature flag? We create a flag. Okay, new feature, or let's say it's feature 1. We are in feature 1, feature 1. Okay, this is going to be a Boolean feature flag. So if it is true, feature 1 will be available. If it's false, feature 1 will not be available. Okay, as simple as that. I will go through a lot of options and so on. There is no need on this session to be longer than what's expected. Okay, so now we save the flag. Okay, so we have the flag now, and let's do the setup quickly. This is how to create a feature flag. The setup for how to create a feature flag with a bit of details, and right now we need that. We need to create. We need to use a feature flag. So you will go here and then add this library. Okay, and then we will add this symbol code to initialize. Okay, I'll just add it on main. Then we can initialize it here. Of course, every project have its own situation where we can add this code and the initialization side. But I'll just add it here. And or I think it's not making sense here. Let me add it on the component here. Be better if we make implement on initialize, and then we say ng initialization, and then we say, oh, sorry, this is the import. Okay, then we have this code, we copy, then we have this code. Okay, right now we can just use async. Wait, then we need the client side ID. Okay, so if we go here and then we go to the account settings, I think no, it's not account settings. Sorry, I always forget about this menu. We can use, I can go to feature flag. Sorry. Then we have feature 1. Okay. And then we have the how we integrate. It is from where I think I forgot where we should get it. Sorry. So what I should do if I forgot? Very simple. Just that's why we need the documentation. So if I go here and then I check the client side, this is where I got it. It's from account settings. Okay, so I'll go back and then I go to account settings. From here, I can get the client side ID. So from the account settings, I go to environments. And then we have here, okay, I think I missed the screen before. So I can go to the feature flag. Oh, the screens need to be arranged a bit. We have here, and then I can go to authorization. Is it authorization or not authorization? Sorry, security. I forgot. It's I think from here. From the I did not create a token for that file, right? Sorry, guys, just connect to SDK. Oh, sorry, connect to one SDK. Sorry, from here. That's my fault. So now you can get the client. You can get the client, the SDK, and then if you go down the code, we are using the client side. That's one. I take time to set up. Internet here in the place I am in, it's very bad. In Tanzania, and the internet's not good. So, okay, but this is how we initialize it. Then we can use a user ID if there is any. So, it will not bother too much with that detail. So now we initialize, we have another step. The other step is to get the feature flag. So after we initialize it, then we get the feature flags. I will do the following. This is a Boolean. We have number, we have string, we have different types of the feature flags. So I will say here, after we get the feature flag, after we initialize, and we are waiting for the client. Then we have the client, and then the variant, then the feature flag key. So the key for our feature flag is feature flag 1. Okay. We have feature flag 1, and then we have the feature flag 1. Okay. And then we get the Boolean flag value. So I will say here feature flag by default equal false. Then we say that, okay, this dot feature flag equal Boolean value. We can do, if you don't like a wait async, you can just make then oh, sorry, something like that. Then we make something like loading equal true by default. Then once it's done, this dot loading equal false. Okay, this is the feature flag value. I don't know why it is. We have the client. Oh, sorry, it's not the client, this one, sorry. This one. Boring code, but that's how it works. So we initialize the feature flag, and then we get the Boolean value, and then we get the feature flag value, okay? And then we assign it, okay? That is it. How do we use it? It's very simple. That's very simple. So we have here, let me do the following. ngIf, and then feature flag, we show the new feature one. If it's off, then we don't show it. As simple as that, okay? We can say here, if it is, sorry, ngIf loading, then we can make Spain loading. Otherwise, ngIf not loading, with that, okay? ng serve test what we did. Oh, okay. So I have here already, it's already open. So I hope it's clear. Just simple setups, nothing fancy. Just install, and then we initialize our simple setup, and then that's all. We are done. Okay. So now we have new feature one. Okay, is not exist, as you can see. So if you check here, you don't find it. If I make something like style, and then a display flex direction row, so I can make it column. Sorry. So we have feature one and new feature. Okay, but new feature one is not present here. Why? Because the feature flag itself is not on, it is off. If you see here, it is off. So let me do the following. I will on it. Okay, and then I save the changes. So now it's on. Okay. So what should happen now? We should be able to see the feature. Let's try it. Oh, now we can see the feature. Okay. So right now we are controlling if we can see the feature or we cannot see the feature. Okay. So if the feature is not ready, new feature which is not ready, it's under the feature flag. So it doesn't matter. We can actually push to production, and the UI will not be showing this feature. Okay. So let me do the following. I will commit this BR. Okay, so we have pushed some stuff, then add with feature flag. Okay, then we commit it. So we push. Oh, my feature flag one. I will do a force push because I rebase with master. That's why, or with main. That's why it's showing this issue. If you want to have, you could have make a merge instead of rebase. So now we pushed to our branch on GitHub. Okay. Oh, it's clear now. We have the two BRs, but we have feature one. It's under feature flag, so we can just merge it, and it's fine. Like even if it's done or not, it's fine. Doesn't matter. Okay. And then we have the feature, the other feature, which we said it's already ready. Okay, so we don't need a feature flag. It doesn't matter. We can add a feature flag. Obviously, we can add if we are like think this feature will be risky or cause problems. So that's a different discussion. Like, are we going to flag everything, or we are going to flag specific features? So that should be at the feature level. What are we going to do with the feature? But like have the option to add a feature flag. For now, just for the sake of the time, I will not repeat the same thing we have done again and again. Okay. So we will just merge this feature, and then now it's time to deploy. You can just pull the master and deploy. Like nobody will stop you. So what I will do is the following. I will say this feature is not ready. Feature 1 is not ready, so I'll off it. Okay. So it's now off. It's not ready yet. Okay. So if I check out main, check get feature to get updates, then main should be deploying to production now. Get checkout origin / main -b main. Okay, then get reset -- hard. Okay, so now we have the main branch, which should present the production. Okay, the production environment. So if we do ng serve, okay, and then we check what do we have in production. You'll find that, okay, we have feature 1, the old one, and then we have a new feature which was ready, and then new feature 3 which was ready. Okay, and the new feature is not the one which is not ready. It's under the feature flag. Okay, so we can just keep it disabled until we finish it. So I will do the following. I will just create a new BR. Let me create new branch. It's complete feature 1. Okay, so now we are going to complete feature 1. So I will add here a new. This is the new feature. I will do the following div, and then we have this one, and then we have Spain. The rest of feature 1. Okay. Then we have the feature flag. We are going to add it on the div side. Okay. So now we have new changes in gserve. What do we have? So we still have the feature flag off, so it doesn't show as the feature, but let's on it. Save. Okay. So it's try. Okay, so we have. Oh, sorry, did I on it? I off it. Let me on it. Sorry. Okay, now it's on. Then we can do loading. And now we have the rest of the feature and the feature 1. Let me do some new changes. Then I want to make here a style. I say display is flex, and then flex direction is column. Let me make it row, and then the content, then it's around. Oh, it's too huge. Okay, let me limit the width to maybe 300 pixels. Okay, well, that's again 500 pixels just to make it clear. We have here the new one, okay, and then we can make something like margin. A lot of changes. Margin top is 200 pixels, so it's just by itself. 200 is too much. 100 pixels. Okay. Oh, okay. Now we are done with the changes. So I will create a new branch. It's already created. So I want now to push those changes to the new branch. Complete feature 1. Okay. That's what I should do. Then I push. Done. And then we have the BR on the reboot. Okay. So I will create the new BR. Complete feature 1. Then we create a BR. And now I'm ready to merge with master. Okay. Then we confirm. So at this point, I already finished completed the feature. We still at the feature flag, but we can own it now. Okay. There is a problem usually you face if we have a lot of feature flags. Okay, that's something. It comes sometimes it get out of control. Like you have a lot of feature flags, even features which is permanent already. Like it's no longer a feature flag; it's a permanent feature. But again, we have to have some process for cleaning up feature flags. This this is again, it's according to the project, how we clean up those feature flags. We can just keep the feature flags growing. It doesn't matter if we remove them or not. It's totally according to the project, but right now you can control, and this is the whole idea. This is a common practices that we can control the feature, either it's on or we can off it, we can on it again, and it will always show. If we on, we off, we always show it. So that is related to feature flag. So how this is connected to the monitoring, this is what I would like to discuss next. So now we have the production environment, and we created the new feature, and it's under feature flag. Okay?
Sorry, Mohammed, just hold on. Are there any
Yeah.
questions on what's been presented so far?
I will leave some time to present. I'm about to finish, so I complete the
Okay.
whole idea. Yeah, and then we will have like 10 minutes for questions. The
Okay,
remaining
all right.
is not here. Yeah, I just want to show something. It's related to production. Okay.
Okay,
And,
all right. Okay, go for
yeah.
it. Go for it. Go for it.
Yeah. So Datadog is related to the product after we finish, and then we are having the feature, and we now want to push to production. Okay. So to be able to push to production quickly, okay, we have to have the following setup. So we have to have a tool tell us if our deployment succeeded or not. Okay. And this is how Datadog came across. So right now I will do the following. So to set up Datadog, it's again very simple. You can just add this plugin. Okay. So we have here the plugin for the logs. I'll just add it quickly. Then I will get the idea, because right now I can push the feature, but I am not sure if it's working or not. Correct? How I will know that the feature is working or not? The way to know how the feature is working or not is to monitor the production. Okay, to see if the feature is working or not. Okay, so I will show you guys like right now how Datadog help us. That Datadog is just a monitoring tool. Okay, it's just a tool to monitor your production. And very simple. You set up the library, two libraries. It is browser RUM and browser logs. Okay, and I will show you in a bit what are we doing with those browser logs and browser RUM. Okay, so I just set them up now, and to initialize them, we use this simple code again to initialize, and then we start. Let me just initialize these two libraries. I will just add them. This time you can do them on the main. Here we can just start at the main. Okay. So what are those tools doing? That's a good question. So Datadog logs will report all the logs for the user, anything happening at the console. So if you open here, inspect, then you see here at the console. Okay, we are reporting what happened on the console, and also we can log. Actually, we can add a log. Okay, so you can add actual log at the log level. Why do we need the logs? So that we can make sure that our deployment have succeeded. Okay, so let's see that we have this feature. So I want to make sure that feature flag have been initialized. So I can make the following. We can just, this is something part which is missing from the environment. But now we can make data log, or you can data log logs, then you can make logger, then you can make a log. This, or let's say, feature flag for feature 1 is initialized. Okay, you can add as logs as possible, or you can say this is a debug log. Yeah, or you can say that they have a catch, and then we can say this is it's debugging. This is an error. Okay, feature flag for feature 1 is not initialized. Okay, whatever. Now, if we are in production, we can know that if its feature flag is having any problem, okay, or not. How we can do that? It's very simple. Let me do ngserve, okay, and then I will do another thing to show the log. So if we go in ngserve, then every time you open the feature, the website, our website, you will see that we report to the data log. So if I go here on the data log, we will find the logs. Okay, I will not go through everything, but I'll go through the important. So we can find here our logs. Okay, usually the logs doesn't come immediately, so sometimes there's some delay. But I will not hold the presentation for that. But you will find the logs here in data log. Another important feature I would like to present, just because of the time the logs might not appear immediately, is recording the user sessions. That's a very, very important feature. Not only it's not only on Datadog. There is plenty of other tools used recording the session. Don't know if we can see the logs now. But anyway, so in recording the session, what happened is Datadog record all the user session. Again, there is a setup for how we set up a user application, but I will assume this is one-time task. It's not a big deal. The thing is, you can see a session and you can see how the user is working, is doing or dealing with the software. Okay. So that's another important feature to monitor the deployment have been succeeded. Okay. So one thing is the logs. You add logs to make sure that your new changes have been succeeded. Okay. Another important tool is recording the sessions. Okay. So you can record the sessions, and you can right now there is no sessions because I have all sessions, but I will show you how it works now. But you can record the sessions so that you can see if the deployment have been succeeded or not. Okay. So how do we record the session? It's with the same libraries we are using. Okay, it's the same libraries, but we will add some extra lines. So we will add this line. RUM is the tool which we use, real user monitoring. Okay, and the logs is another library. So we will use RUM. The logs is for logs. RUM is for the user sessions. Okay, so to start monitor the user, we can use that line. Okay, and we add it, and this is going to give us the capability that we are recording the user sessions of what user is doing. There are plenty of options. One of them is adding or setting the user maybe after the login or something, so that you can collect statistics about specific user behavior. Okay, you can add here the user information. So I will not bother too much with all the details. There is many of them, but I hope the idea is clear. We just add those libraries so that we connect to Datadog, so that we be able to monitor our deployment, our deliverables. Okay. So right now, if I try to refresh, okay, then I have my feature is on Blaze. Okay. And my feature flag is right now on, and I did the deployment, and then I start to monitor the system. Okay, I start to see the sessions coming, and like right now, what is going on, what the user is doing. Okay, let's say I created a new button, just for the sake of demonstration. I created here a new button, and then click me. Okay, and this click me should do some actions. Okay. So right now I have click me, and then I try to click on it, but it's doing nothing. Okay, so I will not see what the user is doing, but I can monitor him from here. Okay, then I see my feature. Okay, deployed. And on real life, oh, sorry, why should I do refresh? I just want to, I hope we be able to see at least one session. I show you how it works. The problem, it doesn't come immediately. It happens kind of sync, and it's uploading the user sessions, so it might not be available immediately. My all sessions have been removed. I hope we can able to see in the sessions. So we have here, oh, there is one thing I haven't, it's my fault. I haven't added those information. Let me just have another project for Datadog. Sorry, I have a lot of research projects here. Okay, now just want to copy. It is the same setup, just copy the information I created. This is another BOC I created just to have the same information, the correct, sorry, information. Okay, and then we have here the deployment, just user refresh, try to click, oh, he's not able to click. Okay, so now if we go to session, applications, if we can, applications for test. Let me see here the application code. Oh, I don't have a specific application. Application ID. It is, this is, this application. Sorry, I'm trying to get. So for sorry, we don't have enough statistics now, but by time you will have a lot of statistics to understand the issues exist on the project. If someone used such tools before, he will know that, like, how, okay, we have one session here. You can see here, this is the session. You can see those are the actions the user did. You can replay the session again. Okay, and it shows you a lot of statistics. Okay, and then we have the errors also, the logs. We have the logs here. Okay, this feature flag. Oh, sorry. You can see here, this is the message we reported. You see, feature flag have been initialized. This is the message we reported earlier, this one. Okay. And then we have the resources, we have the errors, we have the resources which have been downloaded. We have a lot of statistics. And you can actually replay the session, jump to replay, and then it will play the session, like what the user did on the screen. Okay, so you have the statistics. I like, if you dig a bit more, you will see, you know, a lot of things happen. You see here, and then it shows the user what the user have been doing and where the mouse gone, and then he start to click. He was not able to. So I can decide, yeah, okay, right now deployment doesn't have a problem, okay. But if let's say I did the following, I have done wrong initialization, so I have done, the code was not correct, okay, and then we had here, we restart the application and it's loading, okay. And then let me do the following. So if it's not loading, then we create a false. Okay. So right now the feature is not available. Okay. So if we go to RUM, then we should expect that the session is going to. You go to RUM. The session is going to show us that we have a problem, we have an error. You know why? Because we are already reported in the log that we have a problem. It should be having a problem here. Okay. So I don't know. Oh, sorry, I can't see the other user sessions. Oh, okay. It shows that we have 8 errors, we have problems, and then in the console have error. So this is the error we see in the console. See, it's reporting the error in the console. So we sure, yeah, this session have a problem for the user. Okay. I hope it's clear. I'm sorry I took more than expected, but I hope the idea is clear. That's how we monitor. Then, if we have a problem, what you should do, very simple, just off the feature flag, and that's all. Things should be fine. We are done. Okay, so the feature will not be developed, and then you can make a recovery, and then things will be much far secure, I would say. That's all from my side. I'm sorry I took a bit of more time, but does anyone have any questions? Now we can open. Yes, Tariq, go on.
Oh, does it this is for the prod environment and not for staging, eh? LaunchDarkly. Because I suppose LaunchDarkly is the same like AAC in Azure and AD Active Directory.
LaunchDarkly, it's just for feature flagging. You can, ideally it's used in production, like why should you feature flag something staging? But it might be the case that we need to test some features and one of the feature is affecting this new feature. Like we have a feature we want to test, okay, there is another feature affecting this feature. So we were not able to test until the other feature is completed, or we switch the feature flag, or so this feature is not present, then we can able to test.
So staging is not used as pre-prod in the kiosk project.
Okay, this is a discussion for each project separately. Like, it's not related to the feature flags or the monitoring itself. It's something related to the project, like how do you do your branching, how you arrange it. You see, but it's a bit project related, not specifically for feature flag.
Okay, so then to my understanding, LaunchDarkly is like incorporating Active Directory and Azure app configuration. So that means you'd be able to create worker groups in LaunchDarkly. So you can activate feature flags for a specific target audience in, say, prod.
Yeah, you can do that. There is segmentation. You can segment your I haven't gone through every feature, but you can segment your users and you say we want to target a specific segment of users. If you see the UI here, you can find segmentations. And then how do we segment the user? There's a lot of options, but let me tell you the simple option is that I want to segment specific users with specific ID. Okay. I'll not get too much into it. It has a lot of discussions, but like you can use the segments for that. You can target specific users.
Okay, so predominantly now it's just going to be for the feature flagging, for just to get the repo history in accordance with the other environments.
Yeah, okay. So right now we are using the feature flag so that we can have specific features developed and it's not completed, and then we just off this feature. We want to deliver from production, okay, but we are not able to deliver because one of the features is not completed. So we have the feature flag so that we be able to deliver to production, even though this feature is not completed. Or it's a risky feature. Yeah, a risky feature that we want to roll it back. Okay.
Okay, I understand. Okay, so this, like you're saying, this is for features in production currently.
Yeah, in production, yes. Or you can use it also, as I said, it depends on the situation for the project. Okay. If you now have a feature you want to deliver, and this feature is, let's say, it is stopping other features from testing. So we are in staging and we want to test a feature, but this feature, like, you know, it's affected by another feature. So we want to disable one feature. Yeah. And then you can use feature flag for the same.
Okay,
it's just controlling you. It's a control given to you so that you can on it, off it. You want to deliver a feature, you don't want to deliver, show the feature, doesn't show the feature, and so on.
Okay. No, understood.
It's a tool. You use it according to your situation. It's a tool. It's like you have F4 and you have F and you have 4, you have switches. So you use it according to the code you are writing. There is no specific block, but the usual use case is to deliver to production, with risky features, or this is the usual use, or incomplete features. Okay.
So it's more a reactionary tool. Okay, understood.
Yeah, that's why they call it LaunchDarkly. It's LaunchDarkly. we launch darkly, like doesn't matter what. Yes.
Yeah.
How
No,
it's clear.
I'm used to it being a prod environment, if you understand. So pre-prod feature flags on pre-prod, and then when it's pushing to prod or to a release branch, then usually it's been put on feature flag. It's used in AAC just to, so everything's been done already in pre-prod. In prod on AAC, you then release it to say 10% of your target audience, or say specific target audience. And then from using that and then releasing it out to everybody to see if that's the feature that was needed in, or that's the feature that was wanted in
This
prod.
is call it canary launching, or like you are targeting 5%. If the feature is working, everything's fine. When you have a large user base, like have, let's say 1 million user, and then you don't want to launch for the 1 million user. You want to launch for 5%. Then you monitor. You launch for 5%. You monitor, as I show in Datadog. You monitor. When things are fine, there is no issues. Then okay, let's launch for 10%. We are good. Let's launch to 50, then 100. So we call it canary. That is you can use LaunchDarkly to do that. Actually, you can just target specific segments, or launch to specific category, or launch to 10, 20, 10%, 20%, then more and more until you launch to 100%.
Okay.
Yes, there are, as I said, there is a lot of details. This is just a quick intro. There are a lot of details. Yes, it's like you just tell someone about Java, and it's a programming language, JavaScript. But we have Java, we have Java, we have, for example, in JavaScript, we have JavaScript, we have React, we have React Native, we have Angular. So all those are kind of child from the JavaScript. So if you learn JavaScript, then you can use it on different ways.
Understood.
Understood.
No, I was just trying to figure out the structure also, because I'm used to having a prod. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of mistakes that happen in live, what's happening in kiosk now, usually should be happening in pre-prod.
I understand. That's why we have such new approaches, so that everybody was aware like how the flow is going, so we can make a smooth transition to a different kind of a setup, where we can easily push to production, smoothly push to production without such issues appearing. And even if it show up, then we have a skip. We have a way, like we can off the feature flag, and then you have a backward compatibility, and then you'll be able to proceed forward.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
Even the backward compatibility is another topic. Like there are some features to open on the feature flag, you will need to be backward compatible, okay, so that you can just show it. But usually backward compatibility, it doesn't appear much in the UI. In the UI, you just show the screen, hide the screen. It's more of the data, because we might corrupt the data if we are not backward compatible. But the UI is not that huge problem. Again, it's a totally different topic, and it's a bit of a detail, implementation details, more than just to discuss during this quick intro. Cool. Thanks for the discussion. So, does anyone have any other thing to comment, to share, to discuss, to complain about? Okay, cool. So I'm sorry, I'm a bit overextended for a few minutes. So I will not hold you guys for longer. I appreciate your attendance, and I will be sharing with you guys the links for the simple documentation and also for this recording. So if you would like to go back and check what we discussed during this presentation. Okay, that's all. Thank you all.
Thanks, Mohammed.
Okay.
Cheers. Thanks, Mohammed. Cheers. Bye.